time has come, the end of an era. Tonight at Suncorp Stadium, the Aussies host Samoa for the exhibition match to end SRL 1.0. And for such an auspicious night, I've got a couple of important men in the box with me. We'll start tonight with the man who helped usher the SRL through a couple of seasons as its commissioner, Lachlan Martin. Good evening, Lachlan.
G'day, AMAC. A big game here. Obviously, just an exhibition match, but a great one to end off the SRL era on Rugby League Live for Australia, led by Sonny Tai, taking on Samoa, who is led by John Boy Marva. Both teams are going to be obviously ready to go here, and either team could win it. I'm excited for this one.
And also joining us in the box tonight, the man that broke New Zealand's heart, we have John Captain Maiava. Good evening, John.
G'day, mate. It's a pleasure to be up in the box with you for the last ever SRL game. I think something I've been looking forward to for a while, so it's good that we've got one in together, AMAC.
Oh, it's always good to hear some of these voices in the box, and it will be one hell of a night tonight. Looking down through the list, we have two almighty giants of a team tonight. We've got, of course, Australia, which we'll go through in a second, but everyone is looking at the Samoan team. Not only did they take out the Hiatus Cup, as I mentioned previously, breaking the Kiwis' heart, but we also have a number of Kiwis with us in the side out there tonight, Lachlan.
Yeah, look, they do. Obviously, both teams are looking to find a way. They'll get some help from the team, from the boys they defeat last week, take down Australia. It's a real, it's almost like an all-stars at that point, but obviously Australia, they're coming off the back of an Origin series. I feel like most players have been picked off the form from the Origin series. I'm looking forward to seeing who takes it out there from each side.
And a good first set there from Samoa. Now, the question has been asked all week with the Samoan team, who've actually been fairly phenomenal throughout the Hiatus Cup. Are these Kiwi boys going to merge seamlessly into them? John Boy, how has training been this week with the new boys joining into your camp?
I mean, absolutely phenomenal, AMAC. A lot of these boys discovered this heritage recently. Damien Moana, actually, in the mail, discovered a tin of corned beef, and then he realised he was Samoan. We had Rawadi Komene as well. He's a long-term stalwart, but Johnny Columbus rejoined the squad as well. A lot of these boys actually played for us in the Pacific Shield, so some familiar faces, and then some guys tracking back from Origin, Eli Barnes, Tim James, all with previous Samoan caps. But always good having new faces, and morale's been high.
And both teams now have had their first set over and done with, and it's looked like a pretty solid game so far, as Monkey smashes up through the middle, coming off some good form during our halftime hiatus, and Samoa comes up with the first error. Lachlan, looks like a commentator's curse is going to be a feature that carries us all the way to the end of this first era.
Yeah, well, it does, as they throw an intercept, but I guess the errors cancel each other out there. Commentator's curse is never too far behind. You say one good thing about a player, and they do one bad thing, and I guess that's just what's happened there. An error by Samoa, but they follow it up with an error by Australia, and now Samoa are on the attack.
As Almatangi works his way up over the 40, filling in at halfback tonight. Some juggling that had to happen to fit some of these big names in here tonight. John Boy, who do you think is going to shine from the Samoans?
Obviously, like with Tyler Almatangi, or Dane Blaine's had to make his way out of the side, the starting side, that is, for Tyler. But you can't look past Eli Barnes. I think he's one of the greatest fullbacks to put on the one jumper in the SRL. Just a lot of new faces, but it'd be good. It'd be good fun. I think that's what we're looking for, is just to have a good go of it, and we'll see where we take this Australian side.
As Dingo works his way up the sideline. Lovely ball out to Snicker Balbroa, probably the best forward New South Wales had during the tournament, and he works his way into the Australian jersey for his first time in his career. A lot of big names out there tonight, Lachlan. A lot of big names who've been playing SRL since season 1. Who are you most going to miss out of the names we've got out there on the Australian list?
Oh, look, I think it's going to have to be one of the guys that started with me at Penrith all the way back in season 1, James Fawn. He's been a long time server of the SRL. Well, it's actually my halfback for a tough era dream, season 4. Unfortunately, I was the man that told him to leave Penrith.
Go boy, go boy, go boy!
Oh, okay.
Actually, a bit of a line break here.
We'll come back to you, Lachlan, as Columbus, Samoa, the first dagger of the night, 8 minutes in, a kick return try to Johnny Columbus, and the night is starting fresh out there, boys. John Boy, I heard you all the way. That's got to feel good for you out there tonight.
The man from American Samoa, Johnny Columbuso. What a line break. I mean, he is one of the deadliest kick returners in the SRL. He plays his footy for the used to play his footy for the Bulldogs, I should say. I'm a very unbiased and partial commentator, but that was one hell of a try, and it is good to be up early.
And now we'll come back to you, Lachlan. You were just regaling us with some of the stories of Mr. Thorne early on in season 4.
Oh yes, well, Thorne obviously started with at Penrith. Unfortunately, I was also the player that told him to leave Penrith, but played for each other for quite a long time there. It's good to see him play out there in his last game. This game out there for Australia.
As Carl, excellent form during the Origin series, kicks off for Australia, 9 minutes past, and Samoa shocking some of these home fans here tonight at Suncorp as Caval works his way up to the 20. Samoa starting good. Let's see if they can continue this, and they do with Moana breaking up almost 30-40 metres just at a gallop there. Second tackle, Samoa back on the attack straight away, coming wide with it. Ooh, risky speculator to Caval. 35 metres out, third tackle. Blindside raid. Collins to Columbus, our previous try scorer, up to the 30, fourth tackle. Slow played the ball there. James, long ball out to Monkey, and Monkey gets to the 20. Pending a kick here, Lachlan. That's a really good set here from Samoa to return.
Yeah, it's absolutely unreal there from Samoa. Off the back of a try, you always want from a good set, and they did just that. And they're going to have a good chase down. Australia going to start the set on the 10-metre line. That's a perfect set from Samoa right off the points.
Now, I'm not meaning no disrespect at all, John Boy, but the talk around the league is that Samoa don't have a chance tonight. What was the conversation in camp like this week?
Oh, just like, look, we've got nothing to lose, right? We had the hiatus shield, which we won over the Kiwis. I mean, I'd say the pressure isn't really on us. We could lose this very well, and I'd cop it at the end of the day. But there's still 70 minutes to go, and we'll let the footy do the talking.
As Dixon held just shy of the 40, a good return set there from Australia, but a strong defensive set there from Samoa. Carl kicking it long and down to Kameni. Kameni spilled in as fullback for that epic game there for the Kiwis. Against the Kiwis, I should say, Samoa. And that is one hell of a hit, Lachlan. I'm hoping, as we move into the next game, that we're going to see a lot more of those hits into SRL 2.0.
Oh, yeah, you'd hope so. That was a great one on, I think it was Eli Barnes, the Season 1 veteran. Won the Season 1 Premiership, so he's been around the block a while, Eli. As you mentioned, one of the greatest, I think, the greatest fullback to ever grace the SRL competition, but a big shot put on there, he spills it, and Australia goes straight on the attack.
Johnson filling in at the 8, third tackle, 20 metres out. Blindside, Dixon, absolutely explosive during the Origin series there for the Queenslanders. And KCK darts out, and he is over. That was unexpected there from the centre, but well deserved. And I think the Suncorp Stadium has just got a little bit lighter out there, Lachlan.
Yeah, great little quick play to ball there from, not sure who might have been Dixon with the quick play to ball there. I'll have a look, yes it was. KSK saw it offside marker, Tola Matangi, not unaware, and he just puts a little bit of footwork straight through, and Australia hit back. Didn't take long.
Now, John Boy, you're one of the youngest captains we've had in the SRL in terms of your career. Which boys out there have you really enjoyed playing with throughout this hiatus cup?
It's been awesome being able to play with guys who used to play with us. So, Rowan Komene, or he joined me, he came with me across the Panthers, but it's been awesome having him in camp. Brett Love as well, having his voice. He's fairly young into his career, but having him as a vice captain, new ideas, that keeps you on your toes. There's a lot of guys who, I think, Sabbath, Lucas Deuce, I mean, to say the least, having faces in camp that you've seen before always helps, keeps it light. And in a period of uncertainty in the SRL, it's been really nice to have some familiar faces.
In about 5 minutes, we're going to see our first interchanges, and we're going to have one hell of a matchup. We've got Walmsley and AMAC coming in off the bench up against Nanai and Gould. Now, AMAC, I'm out there. I'm filling in at the 15. I'm going to be running at John Nanai and Lachlan. I do not think there is anyone in the SRL I do not want to run at more than Nanai.
Yeah, John Nanai, another Season 1 veteran, Season 1 captain as well. He is a very, very damaging ball runner. He went for a little bit of a soft period, through the middle of his career, but now he's back to his best form. They throw an intercept, but they're going to be taken over the sideline anyway. Australia, lucky there that he didn't run for more meters there or go back inside there, the winger for Samoa, but unfortunately they go over the sideline. Australia will get the ball back.
Really lucky. Thankfully, Liam Ryan had the measure of Kameni there, and Australia dodged one hell of a bullet as Carl Dixon gets absolutely smashed. Oh, John Boy, when you look at the Samoans doing that sort of thing, you know this is more than just a tournament out there for the boys.
I mean, look, we've been looking for a Samoan team since I joined the SRL, really. The OGs like John and I have played the way. You played in the international nines tournament earlier, AMAC, and you know how much it means to the boys to be able to play for the nations of origin. I think go out there, rattle some rib cages. We'll see where it lands.
Yep, we've got 34 boys out there on the field tonight, and 34 boys who are going to be just a little bit sad when the 80-minute hooter hits. But here we go with Australia. A good kick from Will Kay.
Great kick.
Chasers are on, but Barnes somehow gets around them, and he is off.
30-40,
streaks them off. There is no one stopping the young man. Eli Barnes, number 1 for Samoa, and number 1 in John Boy's heart right now.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a SRL game with Eli Barnes without his signature kick return try from a bomb. He's kind of known for these. Eli catches a bomb, beautiful work. All of a sudden, he's going 100 meters to score under the sticks, and he does it once more, and Samoa hit the lead.
And you got to feel for Sonny Tai there. He tried to keep up, but there is no one who can keep up with Eli Barnes, who I will remind everyone out there in the SRL has refused to relinquish that run meter record he's held since, is that Season 1 or Season 2, Lachlan?
Season 2, and he did it playing for Parramatta. I think it was against the Rabbitohs, I want to say. I think one against the Souths. Yeah, he's a very, very talented player. He had arguably one of the most best individual seasons we saw back in Season 2. He was very dominant that season, despite the fact he ended up only tying the LB Strange medal with Chaz Dingo. But yes, Eli Barnes, signature kick return try off a bomb there, and Samoa once again another kick return try. They hit the lead.
John Boy, that's both your tries tonight off those kick returns. Has that been something you've been working on in training?
Well, look, I was giving Eli advice on how to be the best evasive fullback possible. Little 1-2 skill. Cop that one in the ribs. But teaching him how to be the best fullback he could be. Clearly, he's got that all from me.
Oh no.
Oh, Moana, good fend there, but unfortunately throws a little bit of an offload there to Tyre, and the Australians will have the first. Thorn throwing a bit of a dummy out and push back. Australia, first benchies coming off for them, and in a perfect attacking position here as we get a very slow play of the ball there. Lovely ball to Dixon, lovely offload to Carl, already up to the 20, third tackle. They can smell blood. Here we go, over wide. Dingo, good ball to Tyre, lovely ball to Ponkston, can't break through. 10 metres out, Ponkston filling in as fullback for Australia tonight. Tyre, long ball out to Carl, and Carl is absolutely rocked. Takes him out of the kicking. Up we go with Tyre. Well weighted ball. Hit back to Monkey. That was a really, really, really close set there, Lachlan.
Yeah, it was an interesting set there. I don't think Australia, in terms of their attack, they threw much at them in the back line. They had a couple nice plays, good short ball to Kevin Dixon, but a great kick there, tap back. Monkey back there to pick up the scraps. Australia's defence pushes back in the in goal, and they'll say, we'll have another crack at that. Thank you very much.
As Carl brings it over to Ryan. Ryan running down the sideline. Winger tonight. He's used to playing fullback for his beloved Titans, but we'll see what he can do out on the wing as Kay. Wonderful run up the tram tracks there. Third tackle, 15 metres out. Thorn. Tyre just takes the settler, not realising that it's the fourth, not the fifth. Here we go, Thorn. Walmsley. pushing through that mountain of a man, gets 5 meters out. Fifth tackle. Where are they going? Back into the pocket to Carl. Carl, high, on a dime. Tapped back once more for Ponkston. Is he over? No, Samoa. Samoa, they get around his legs, and that is 2 sets on the line that they have weathered. John Boy, well done.
Yeah, that is. This game's going to take years off my lifespan if it keeps going like this. Fantastic edge defense. William K is a problem at lock, bro. Holy.
Now, Lachlan, when William K moved to lock quite a few seasons ago, what were your thoughts on that? Because I remember a lot of people not really taking that move seriously.
Yeah, well, he's obviously a bit of a smaller body, but he seems to have made it work. He has a lot of heart. Gets under, very good defender, very good line runner, as we saw there, punching through holes. And I think, he's definitely proved a lot of people wrong, because it's been a seamless transition to lock.
And here comes the Mohawk, getting it deep. Ponkston, he's got space, but he can't get over. He's 45 metres out. First tackle, here come Australia again. Coming across, Kay. Good ball to Dixon. Kay and Dixon linking up quite a few times tonight so far. Second tackle, straight in the middle. Going, Tyre. Good ball to Ponkston. Ponkston again, but he is muscled back 30 metres out. Third tackle, 25 minutes in. Blindside raid. Pox to Dingo. Dingo dancing up the tram tracks. Fourth tackle, 15 metres out. Coming across to Sonny, and Sonny takes himself out of kicking duties for this set. Probably handing it off to Carl, but there we've always got Kay. Speak of the devil. Just runs it himself, but he just doesn't have the gas to get there. And another set goes begging there, Lachlan.
Yeah, look, it's a little bit disappointing fifth tackle option, but I quite liked what they sort of doing here. I think if they're going to find space to break this down to Samoan defence, which has been really good so far, it's got to be through their centres. Kasege and Dingle look by far the most dangerous players so far on the field. And I feel like if they just keep going at those holes, the second rollers and the centres, that's where they're going to find the most points.
And hopefully Australia gets a bit more points, because I don't think Australia can really win from behind. They are much used to dominating from the front. As Samoa, they get over their halfway mark, and that is them finally into Australia's set once more. John Boy, when it comes this deep into the set, what are you telling your boys? Because that defence so far has been strong, but you want some more attack out of some of those blokes out there.
Yeah, just look, it's difficult because we've been defending on our line pretty harsh for the last 15 or so. I mean, pinning to the corners, Damo has a brilliant kick for territory there. But, it's fair to say I think we've been given the Australians a leg up, but just with mistakes, loose passes, so just tying ourselves up and getting in a position to attack them in the red zone.
As O'Donnell grabs the ball and lovely offload there. But Tyre's pushed back, he can't make use of it. Fourth tackle. Coming wide, Walmsley, bit of a line ball there, but Walmsley takes the settler, and Australia looks like they are tiring out just a little bit. They need to dig into the corner, and they need to hold the Samoans out. And that,
fantastic result.
Oh, that's not going to help at all, Lachlan.
Yeah, look, Jack Carley's known for not standing up in these big games. Obviously, he's recently been very good in the Origin Arena, but everyone remembers that his start to the Origin Arena wasn't so good, so I guess he's taken the same approach to his Australian career. And he's having a bit of a poor start in the Australian jersey.
As Moana, feeling in for lock tonight, gets his team up 15 metres out. Samoa's got the best attacking sets. Deuce told to sit back down. Wide. Here we go. Moana bumps off one, and that was way too easy there, Lachlan.
Yeah, I actually really like that shape there from the Samoan team. They had Damien Moana. He seems to be playing a bit of a floating role at the moment, and he just came out the back here, playing in the centres, and he just took on Dingo, and he just, big don't argue, straight around him, and Dingo just fell off like it was nothing, and Samoa got to extend his lead, have it down at 10, John Boy's going to be kicking to make it 12, and Australia are under a lot of pressure now. They had a lot of ball, couldn't score, Samoa goes straight down the other end, and they score almost straight away.
John Boy, you had a pretty decent kicking percentage during the hiatus cup. Did you tell your boys to maybe try to score a bit closer to the park there?
If that isn't a commentator's curse, Mac, I don't think I've ever heard one to save my life. You'd think Damo would do me a solid and run towards the posts, eh? No, I was lucky to have, I think, a lot of tries under the posts to make me look better than I probably am at kicking. Damo in the blue headgear, hard to miss. It's a match made in heaven. Blends in blue, not real nice. Awesome attacking block shape left. Went out the back door and we scored. It's a great start to the game, but still long time left.
Yep, less than 9 minutes left in the first half, and Australia are going to want to try to get another one before we go into the halftime break, as Moana, who is filling in really quite nicely this night at lock, second tackle, 25 metres or so up the field. Here comes Almatangi breaking through the line, and it's usually a bit of a luxury to have some of Almatangi's speed there in the number 7, Lachlan.
Yeah, Almatangi is a very quick player, very good with the ball in hand. He's not much of your traditional 7 kicking and stuff, but I feel like his running game is really damaging, and if he just takes on the line, eventually he'll find his way through.
Samoa get to their 5th tackle option, and Almatangi decides to listen a little bit more to his ex-commissioner and hold on to the ball instead of handing it over.
When I said your running game's your best, I didn't mean running on the last, but I guess if that's the way you want to take it, sure, we'll go with that.
That wasn't the game plan.
Here we go. Dixon trying to break up through the line. Can't do it. Samoa muscling up to keep them back. Thorn, blindside. Carl, Walmsley. Walmsley tries to get through the line and make some good post-contact meters there. 3rd tackle. All the field to play with, and Carl gives it to Dixon once again. Up over the 40. 4th tackle. Australia need more from their forwards. Carl, good ball to Amac. Amac is wrapped heavily though. Can't get too much further, and a good defensive set there from the Samoans, John Boy.
Yeah, look, I'm really proud of our middles right now. There are some fantastic... Go, Rowity! Oh, Riff, hi! Yeah, probably not. Look, there's some fantastic middles here playing for Australia, and I think our boys right now, Lennox and Filippo, I believe, are doing an awesome job just hanging in there. Also, special shout to Jai and Damo for holding it down. I mean, go equip... Is that a dummy? Go equip! Go equip!
Oh, that was a filthy dummy, as Sonny Tyre would say. And the Samoans are just shy of the 20 on the 3rd tackle. James, good ball to Nanai, but he is pushed back. Nanai can't get through, and that is probably good for some of the Australians. Here we go. Almatangi back on the inside to Barnes, and he is wrapped up too, but the Samoans are within kicking distance, and this is going to be dangerous as Almatangi does just that. Thankfully, KCK is there, and the Australians, Lachlan, breathe a sigh of relief.
Yeah, look, the kick looked alright, but KCK is an experienced player, just got back there to play at the ball and pick up the scraps. And Australia may survive. They need to find some more points, but for him to go to half time, a very disappointing half, if I'm being honest, and they really need to find something else, because at the moment, Samoa are going all over them.
Sonny Tyre gets up over the 40. We might get it.
That's poor. Oh, that's poor.
Love a 40-20, but that helps a little bit better because it takes out those shanked kicks left and right. As Carl boots it down the field, and he'll at least get 10 metres on that. And Australia, with about, here we go, 3 minutes left to go. This will probably be the last chance. Yep, here we go. Okay, up over the 40. First tackle, slow play of the ball. Blindside. Tyre back on the inside to Ponkston. Gets around one, offloads, not forward. That's beautiful. Dingo up over the 20. Second tackle. Here come Australia. Another slow play of the ball. Cox just taking it a settler. 10 metres out. Third tackle. They've got all the field to play with. They need more than just a hit up. Tyre back on the inside. No, he holds the ball. Fourth tackle. Rushing defence stops him from offloading. Coming across. No. Thorn dinks. Does he get there? No. He's close enough. And, John Boy. Do we get a sin bin in the last 2 minutes? Oh, they're taking the two.
Yes. Fantastic captaincy. Sorry. Yeah, it's a bit slippery late. I'm not sure. I'm going to have a chat with the referee, have a chat with the boys about our discipline. It's not been great this last 5 minutes, but look, we'll probably take a 2 points as Jack makes short work of that kick.
Well, I think we've only a minute left. They probably would have only got through 2 or 3 plays. I think it's, there would have been a risk for them to go for the, try. Take it to 2 points, guaranteed 2 points, head to half time, reset for the second half. It's not the worst decision. Well, we've definitely seen worse.
Yeah, and as you said, it's only an 8-point deficit now, so a single point deficit is a much better proposition coming back from the first half. So looking forward to the second half, gentlemen. We've got a couple of big names coming on for Australia. Look forward to Demando and the damaging Malchus. On the other side of the coin, on Samoa, we've got Sabata'ua and Dane Blaine coming onto the field. So in about 20 seconds, we will see the hooter go, and we will enter our final. That's, again, our final 40 minutes of SRL 1.0. We'll see you after the break. And welcome back to the second half of this exhibition match, the final one under Rugby League Live 4. Samoa, 16 points up over Australia, 8 points. 40 minutes left for glory, 40 minutes left till the end of an era. Lachlan, what did you like about Australia's first half there?
Yeah, look, obviously disappointing half of it being fair here. They really should have been better than that. They had some good moments. I liked what their back rowers and centers were doing in attack. I felt like they were probably the most dangerous. As that's a big run there by Malchus making an impact, but he makes an error. That does not help. A minute into the first half, and they already make an error. But yeah, honestly, we need to improve their defense and their errors quite clearly. Samoa, they're just finding too much space around out wide. And now they go straight on the attack again as well. Another red run.
Yeah, the Samoan forwards. Look at that. Tim James is over, and it took them 1 minute 35 to score in the second half. John Boy, I don't know what you said to your boys in the halftime break, but they've definitely taken it to heart.
We went to a darkness retreat over the week, and one of the mentors said that the best way to win rugby league games is to score tries. And so the boys took that to heart clearly. Tim James, the State of Origin winning hooker previously, obviously got unlucky this year. A multi-premiership winning man. They called it the Tim James medal for a reason. Fantastic team try. Big shout to Sabbath on that carry. Hectic stuff from the boys. Still 40 minutes to go, and as 39 to go, and as Chris Lord says, early days. Sorry.
Yeah, Tim James. Yeah. I saw him so many times in chat say he wanted to play for Samoa. And Lachlan, he's finally got his chance once again, and he is paying back dividends.
Yeah, well, obviously, the mentalist is onto something. I'm not sure how he worked out that you must score more. You got to score a lot of tries to win rugby league games. But yeah, obviously, he's paying back the Samoa team the privilege of playing for them, and he's doing so very well as Samoa. They extended the lead just 2 minutes into the second half. Australia, they didn't. I'm not sure what was said at half time, but it seems like they've fixed none of what was wrong with that first half.
As Monkey takes the first hit up. Some solid meters run by some Samoans during the halftime stats. At the top of the leaderboard there, John Boy, no surprise, Eli Barnes followed closely by Tyler Almatangi.
100%. I mean, look, those two are the most consistent performers SL seen. Tyler Almatangi won the Player of the Season, just last. As Sabatua goes another run, he's an angry man, Sabbath, which is ironic given his first name. But yeah, just two consistent performers. Eli Barnes, go Tyler, go Tyler, go Tyler.
Oh, speak of the devil. That number 7, I have never seen a number 7 make as many line breaks as Tyler tonight, Lachlan. I'm speechless. That is just phenomenal work for the ex-Dolphin.
Yeah, that was just absolutely incredible there. Fullback out position, he saw it, he took the line on, and you just have to keep going at the line. Eventually you'll find space, and he did just then. Terrific runner off the footy time, and he just went straight through. And Samoa, 2 tries in 4 minutes to open this second half. The bloodbath could open up now for Australia, and it could get ugly from here.
The little minnows that could. I can hear a pin drop out there at Suncorp tonight. That's got to feel good for you tonight, John Boy.
Well, any time that Queensland is acquired is a good time to be alive, Amen. But again, fantastic start to the game, but we can't get too ahead of ourselves just yet. This is a quality Australian team led by, I think, one of my favourite leaders in the SRL, Sonny Tai. I wouldn't count them out just yet.
Samoa 20 points in front, but anything can happen as Carl kicks off again. We're about to hit 45 minutes, which is just a little bit outstanding as Monkey takes it up the guts, gets 25 metres out. A good return for the kickoff there.
Something we haven't talked about is I've just realised Liam Ryan switched to fullback, has he?
Yeah, Liam Ryan switched to fullback. Ponkston's been moved around. I think KCK has come off. A couple of interesting moves
I
here.
find it a bit interesting that, sorry to cut you off, but I find it a bit interesting that Ryan's gone to fullback because he's been probably out of position on the last 2 tries. You know, been scored straight on the post, probably hasn't done well defending at fullback. I wonder if that's a switch that Australia are going to live to regret.
Yeah, I was more looking at the forward rotations, and I kind of missed the back rotations that Sonny's put in here for a bit, as Ben O'Donnell goes for a bit of a run. That's good work there from the number 5. Looking at Ponkston, it's kind of weird, Lachlan, as you said, that you would move him. He had a fairly decent first half.
Yeah, well, it seems like it's not really worked so far. I mean, Liam Ryan, we know how good he is in attack, but he's always sort of had that question mark in his defence, and so far his positioning, he was definitely out of position in that first try, and the second try. The first try probably just went the wrong way, and unfortunately, 2 tries later, it's too little too late. That's a great run over forward, but they get an offside penalty, and it's taken to 2. I mean, it goes from 4 tries out to 3 tries out, so it's progress.
Yep. So the Australians, they're keeping things calm and conservative, maybe a little bit too conservative, but any points are better than no points there. So I, for one, think John Boy is quaking in his boots right now.
Well, they're now 9 penalty goals away from tying the score, so you know.
I mean, that's a good point. We do need to watch our discipline. We've been pretty poor this game. I think that's probably our 3rd penalty of the game.
Well, you never know. We need a little bit of everything to round out our final game. We need an injury and we need a sin bin to finish us off tonight, lads.
I volunteer the Australians for both.
As John Boy kicks it on down to Liam, and Johnson returns it. A good hit up there. 15 metres out. Oh, a little bit low, a little bit slow. Dixon, 25 metres out. Second tackle. The Australians, I don't know about you, Lachlan, but to me, they're looking a little bit shell-shocked out there.
Yeah, they're probably just a little bit surprised, a little bit of an ambush here by Samoa. I mean, they've been great. That's a great run there by Kay. Holds on to it, doesn't want to risk the pass, but, you know, Samoa, they've come out firing, and they're just a little bit shell-shocked here, and, you know, not really sure what the game plan here is for Australia. Their attack just hasn't been as good as it needs to be. I think it's using half to this in them. Jack Carl and Sonny Tiny to find something. That's a poor kick. And
Uh-oh. Well, Liam Ryan, he gets there for that one, but Eli Barnes is already up to the 40.
We've got
Sabatu'ua bumps off one. That man has not been tackled once tonight. He has bumped off every boy he has. And it's kind of insane, John Boy, that you've got him in here. It's his number 16 tonight.
Yeah, they call him Sabbath, but he's a very violent man. Tua from the hood, from the 09 of Auckland, Sabbath, one of my favourite Panthers, I think, to have brought over recruitment-wise. I was gutted that we didn't get a full season to see what he was doing, because he is one hell of a prop. As Jai Close.
Jai Collins, that man broke quite a few hearts during the recent tournament with the Origin, but that was a bit of a nothing kick, and the Australians get one hell of a lifeline there, Lachlan.
Yeah, they got lucky there. The kick just never really looked on and just went straight up. Liam Ryan caught it. Luckily, there was no real chaser there, because with Hasanora playing, anything's really possible as they go down the sideline there. I wouldn't be chancing your arm at the moment down the sideline, because with the way the game's going, you'll probably end up over it. But yeah, Australia a bit of, playing a bit better now, and that's a great run by Ryan.
Yep, much better from the Australians so far. It looks like they've woken up from their 10-minute nap. Second tackle, Dixon just making it up over the 40. Strong post-contact meters there. Coming wide, Sonny Tyre to Will Kay. 30 meters, fourth tackle. Here we go. They need another good run here so they can set up a good attacking kick. That was a really good pass. Here we go. Australia needs to put boot to ball, set it high, get the tap back.
Carl wants it.
Here comes. Oh, that's not the distance, and Columbus at least is pulled down on the 10. Some good signs there from the Australians, Lachlan, but just not hitting their straps like they should be.
Yeah, look, as a Cantor makes another line break, his impact has been absolutely incredible. I don't think anyone expected
Our log riff.
But, Yeah, I think Jack Harvey, I thought there was space all along the ground there. I thought a grubber kick might have been his better option. He sends it high, puts some pressure on it, just doesn't work out in the end. So, once again go on the attack, and they're playing very good footy here.
Oh, as Almatangi puts boot to board, doesn't 40-20 it, but it looks like the Samoans, they're going to let Liam Ryan run for a bit. Starting to feel a bit sad out there for your opposition there, John Boy, or are you trying to put the screws to us?
Oh, that's a hell of a run there from Willie K. Look, we're trying to get more than one man in the tackle, 2-3 gang tackling, slowing the ruck down. You need to be careful with our penalty, with our discipline. I think the ref said one or two more, and we may be facing one in the bin. That's one hell of a hit there.
As Thorne was lucky to come up with that one, the Australians, they're still marching up the field, down the blind side with Carl, just taking a quick 1-2 on the 20-metre mark. Fourth tackle, blind side, Dixon, lovely ball to Pongston, but Pongston is pushed out.
Defense.
That was I'm not going to lie, Lachlan, that was a bit painful there.
Yeah, I mean, the play was never really on. They threw it anyways, and in the end, it was a pretty just a solid tackle. Pongston thrown over the sideline, and yeah, that's just what happens when the points start to put pressure on you. You feel you get the throw to pass when it's never really on, and all of a sudden, you're over the sideline, and again, Samoa get the ball back, and overball error by Australia.
Yep. Collins. Back on the inside and almost stepped around Liam Ryan. Gets up to the 50-metre mark. Talking about white line fever. Monkey breaking through the line. Liam dives horrendously, and somehow Samoa are up to the 40. I'll come back to you in a second, John Boy. As with it, out to Collins, up to the 10. Fifth tackle. Here we go. Where do they pass it? They bring it back in the pocket with it. Up high. Here's the chasers. But Pongston, he is safe hands. And somehow, Australia are just holding you out, John Boy.
Yeah, like I said, they're a quality team, and they've got some hectic defence. Their middles are quality, to say the least. I think to be running at likes of, the guys coming with the bench like Malchus is not a fun prospect or something that I relish, but they've just got to stay in it, and the pressure will pave the way for some points eventually, I feel.
As Malchus tries to break through the line, pushed back, second tackle. Australia already in Samoa's half. Dixon. Oh, that was a risky one to Johnson, but thankfully, cool minds keep it going. Thorne, Dixon, straight back up, over the 30. There's John Boy there, some good defence. Fourth tackle, 20 minutes left in the half. Carl, Tyre takes a settler, up over the 20. Australia, they need to score now if they want to have any hope to come back. Kay, good ball to Carl. Carl dinks it up and over weirdly, and Kameni picks up the ball. It looks like someone needs to do something because the Australians' kicking has just come back abysmal here, Lachlan.
Yeah, that was, and again, another poor kick by Jack Carl. I think he got his kicking license today because he just hasn't had it really at all tonight. And Samoa again get away with it. As thought it was going to be there again. They're going to say tossed Australia 6 more tackles, and everything's just going their way tonight, Samoa. It's just their day.
As John Boy plays it for his 0, Collins up over the 40, 20 minutes left. Things are looking dire for Australia, but it's still early days, as our Lord and Saviour would say. Barnes gets around 1, almost up to the 40, second tackle. Very slow play of the ball there, and a marker way offside, but Samoa, they go the other way as Caval straight up through the middle, third tackle. Keep it going that way. Collins breaks through the line as easy as anything, 15 metres out. Fourth tackle, 2 left in the set. Here comes Samoa with it. Good ball to Almatangi. Straight through again, but the gap closes somehow. Tyler, he's kind of looking a bit gassed out there. Fifth tackle, out of kicking duties. Here comes with it. He puts it high, and Pongston comes down with it once again. John Boy, looks like things are going your way. How long do you reckon the Australians can hold out?
Look, I mean, they could keep holding out when we keep kicking like ass. That's a horrendous end of the set. It's Jack Carl goes. You don't see him run very often. Sorry. We're letting the pressure release with these 7 tackle sets. Not the greatest into our sets. How good is Tyler Almatangi at playing halfback, eh?
I've not, like I said a couple of times now, I've not seen a number 7 have quite the game that Tyler's having so far tonight, and it's a shame that we can't unlock him and the meta that somehow he is running. I'm recalling one of the Eels, one of our old players, Cherry Evans, a fullback primary. He used to run fairly decently at halfback for us.
For a throwback.
Raika Manu for you guys. Did Raika Manu used to play for you? He did all right.
Yeah, well, yeah. Let's talk about some old Eels instead of talking about what's happening out there. Yeah, we've had Raika Manu floating around a couple of positions back at the Eels Day. Cherry Evans, for those of you who are quite old, he was our 5'8" for quite a while, and he had next to no kicking stats and somehow still worked well. So tonight is a bit of bringing up some of the old names and some of the memories of the past there, Lachlan.
Yeah, well, and then that also brings back some memories of the signature kick it to the back of your opponent move. It's one of Jack Carl's favourites there, as Samoa now get the ball on the attack as they make an error, but
care to comment on that one, John Boy?
So clearly the sun that got in my eyes, even though it's a night game. The Earth's rotation threw me off balance there, Mac.
Yep. I also heard someone talking about some sort of laser pointer incident out there, so I think we'll have to send some.
That too, yeah. 100% lock him up, throw away the key.
As Ryan up over the 30, good run there. He's finally coming into his chops. Third tackle. Less than 15 minutes left as the Australian hopes of a win are slowly being smothered. Fourth tackle here from Johnson. On to Carl. Carl to Dixon. Dixon. 10 metres out. Much closer for the Australians. Maybe time for... No, they look like they're shaping up for a bomb. As Carl puts it high. Much better kick there. But the Samoans are there. Columbus comes down with the ball. The Australians, they need to do something, and they need to do something fast, Lachlan.
Yeah, well, look, if there's one player I feel like it's got to be tonight, it's got to be, I think, Kevin Dixon. Kevin Dixon has been having an absolute amazing game there for Australia, and he just isn't getting much help from some of his players around him. He's been running well, even before when they're down.
Fourth tackle, the Samoans, they're finding it tricky to come out of their half here as Deuce gets at least to the 40, 21 metres gained. Fifth tackle, the Australians are muscling up in defence, but it might be too little, too late, as Monkey of all people boots it down. Here comes Ryan. He comes and he goes and he gets to the 40. Lachlan, you were saying earlier that you got a couple of people. Speak of Dixon.
Again. He's been absolutely everywhere for Australia today. I feel a bit bad for him because I feel like he's been absolutely trying his guts out. Even earlier when there was loose ball in the in goal, he picked it up as Liam Ryan's gonna.
Oh, there we go. 69 minutes in, Liam Ryan steps into his position, gets over the ball line, and we finally have Australia's points, next points of the second half. Lovely to see Snicko jump up there and celebrate the try with his fullback. About 10 minutes left. Is this possible, John Boy? Are the Samoans about to choke?
So we're gonna just be lying over the ruck. I've instructed the boys to forward the tackle, take a nap if you have to, but we'll see this 10 minutes out. Hopefully without any sin-bins, but we'll have to see. Liam Ryan is a gun of a fullback, fantastic player, even better bloke. I mean, I'm pretty happy for him to score a try. He's had a not his greatest night at the back, but what a weapon he is with the ball.
Liam, Lachlan, you have simmed and watched and recorded more games than probably anyone in the SRL really wants to count. Is doable for Australia? Can they come back in this last 10 minutes?
Well, you look at the first half, and Samoa scored, 2 tries in 5 minutes? Maybe even less, might have been 4 minutes? There's 10 minutes to go. I'm going to say it's doable. Will they do it is a different question. If we're looking at is it doable? Yes, it's doable. I don't know if they're going to do it. I haven't seen enough from Australia to say that they're capable of doing it. They look like they're missing just something. Then maybe they're waiting for a big moment to stand up. Maybe that's going to happen, but I think still they should be able to close this one. But Dixon again, he's been absolutely unstoppable. He'd be up towards probably over 200 metres by this point.
Yeah, Dixon, he saw Jai Collins post almost 200 metres in the second half in the last Origin match, and he said, hand it to me, I'm going to do any better. As Demando, good ball to Dixon. Speak of the devil, there he is again. Fourth tackle
Another
up over
run.
the 40. 2 tackles left. They need to get way closer. They need a good run here as KCK is smashed. That's put any breaks on there for the Australians, and Sonny Tyre does even worse. Realizes that he can't count on count 5 and turns it over to Samoa. John Boy, things are looking hectic out there. What's the talk about? What's the talk between the boys all about?
Just calm it down. 8 minutes to go, and we saw Kevin Dixon. He's absolutely the best game I think I've seen. Just hitting in a while. He was also go Eli. Sorry, Marshall. Look, just calm it down. 8 minutes to go. Let's just see this out. We've worked so hard for this last 72 minutes. Let's not undo our good work with lazy defense.
As Deuce steps around 1, he gets up to his 40. Third tackle. Less than 8 minutes left to go now. With it, has had an absolutely phenomenal game there for a man really early in his career. James, with it. Barnes. Length of the field stuff. Almatungi is finally brought down, but they at least get to the 20. Perfect chance here for a kick. Throwing it back to Monkey. Monkey, second kick of the night. Here we go. Really good kick, but Ryan is there. Here we go. John Boy, he gooses him. Slows him down, but Ryan is still going, and he runs straight into the ref. Lachlan, it's happening. Australia could be coming back here.
It has to be this set. It has to be this set. If they find a try, then anything can happen.
Albroa tries his hardest, gets over the 30. Carl makes another 5 meters or so. It's third tackle. They need to keep going. They need more than just one out stuff. Tyre. One out stuff and Deuce.
Go Lucas! Go Lucas! Pump those legs, boy! Pump those legs! Take us home!
Oh. Well, ladies and gentlemen and everything in between, Lucas Deuce has just won it there for the Samoans. John Boy, tell us what you're feeling.
No one deserves it more than Lucas Deuce does. A stalwart of Samoan rugby league and simulated rugby. One of the best clubmen you will see. We built this game on resilience, and that is a hell of a way to finish. 5 minutes to go, and I'm thrilled.
Auckland, Australia, they were looking so good.
The play was actually on it. They went sort of short there, but they went for the long ball out the back, which that the numbers. If Lucas Deuce misses that, suddenly 2-on-1 with the winger. But they threw a miracle pass, and Deuce, he pitched it out of thin air. And once he caught that ball, you're not stopping him. Liam Ryan obviously almost scored before, and it was actually an ankle tap. I think it might have been
John Boy who ankle tapped him.
John Boy, the captain, ankle tapped him to trip him up on his run. If that doesn't happen, Liam Ryan runs across the field. Suddenly it's 22-28 with good 8 minutes or so to go. Australia might not think they're done. Sticko hands out a bit of punishment just because why not? But Samoa, they deserve this. They've been the better team. Australia, they made it look a little bit prettier late on, but Samoa have been well and truly the best team here.
Yeah, and it's not even really been sort of neck and neck 50-50. There's nowhere on the park tonight, except maybe for Kevin Dixon, that the Australians have been able to outmuscle the Samoans, both forwards and backs. It's really been a case of the Samoans. It looked like you guys wanted it more tonight, John Boy.
Yeah, we've been waiting for this game for a while. We had the Australians went over to Europe to go play the European teams. They had a fantastic tour. To be able to play them, let alone win, is one hell of an honour. Sonny Tyre is a fantastic bloke, and I couldn't be prouder to share the field with him in the final of the SRL game, SRL 1.0 game, I should say. We dug deep, and we're lucky to get on top in the end.
As the Australians, they're slowly working their way out the field. Lovely line break there from Snicko.
Snicko's come with all energy in this pass since the last try. He's pulled 2 big hits, and now he's made a line break. In the final 4 minutes, he decided to win the SRL 1.0 off for Banks. He's had 3 massive involvements to end it off.
Oh, now that was a magical try there. It's happening. Here we go. We've got 1.5 minutes left. The comeback's on. There's Jack Carl and Snicko embracing once again. Watch this replay. A lovely kick here. Passing it off. Johnson. Lovely kick. Bounces off a Samoan. Carl. If that was a winning try, that would well be worth the wait. But at least the Australians aren't going home empty-handed here, Lachlan.
Yeah, look, they should. Jack Harry's had a bit of an off night, but he'll be happy to at least get one over, score probably the last, we assume the last SRL 1.0 try. Yeah, that's Rahul Kaval. He went to grab the ball, just bounced up off his shoulder, and Jack Carl, always competing, grabs the ball and crosses the line to score on his Australian debut, and they'll take that Australia. Round off a very good game overall. You know, they haven't been at their best, but they're still happy to end off the SRL 1.0 era, Rugby League 4 era, with a very good game here against Samoa, who we're going to go out with the champs.
And we've got 1 minute, John Boy, if one of you boys wants to step up and grace us with an injury before we can finish this game.
Yeah, I think I might have a calf cramp or something. Too much running. I've been chasing after Kevin Dixon too long this game.
As KCK plays the ball 25 meters out, 30 seconds left. Tyre smashed the final smash of the SRL 1.0 against Sunny Tyre. And this will be it. Kevin Dixon plays the ball, final set of the game. The hooter goes. Snicko, the final person to touch a ball in SRL 1.0, bumps off one, and the Samoans, they are the winners of the first round of the SRL. John Boy, congratulations, you have won the SRL. How are you feeling?
Yeah, it's a surreal feeling, man. This Australian, our boys are a hodgepodge mix, to say the least. A lot of boys coming from here and there. Some say that there are some questionable nationalities. Justin Monkey apparently didn't know where Samoa was on a map when they asked him to point it out. Damon Weiner pointed to Tonga when he looked at the map. But we got there in the end. Yeah, it's a hell of a feeling, and I couldn't be proud.
Lachlan, in a second, we're going to run through some stats. I can't wait to see how Kevin Dixon lines out. But in your long SRL career, what has been the standout coming all the way until tonight?
Oh, look, I think if we're looking at the standout game, I still think the probably season 5. Season 5 grand final is probably the most entertaining game I've ever watched. When the Manly Seagulls won 4. I can't remember the score now. But the season 5 grand final along with the season 4 grand final is probably the two best grand games I've ever watched in the SRL. And yeah, no, there's a long list of games that were just absolutely memorable, and it's been unreal to cover the game over 10 seasons now.
As we head into our stats to finish off our final recording here, well down the line, 54% to 46%. So the Australians had well more possession, and the Samoans somehow just punished them for it. 20 to 23 in completions. Errors. Samoans had the more errors, they had the more penalties, way more tackles, way more missed tackles, not as many line breaks, but that's an interesting spread of stats there, Lachlan.
Yeah, look, Australia, they had a lot of ball. They definitely should have probably scored more points, but Samoa's defense is just too good. It was just too good. They had to make 50 more tackles in Australia and won by 12. That's unreal. Samoa, they really did the Jersey proud tonight, and they should hold their heads very high. As
we come across to some individuals there from Australia, look at that. Liam Ryan, 274, 9 tackles, 6 line breaks, a try of his own. Kevin Dixon, 219. So he definitely way up there. Followed, of course, by Will Kane, James Thorne, Pongston, Tyre, Carl. It's kind of what you expect. And looking down there are a lot of Australians who tried their hardest and they just couldn't get it done tonight, John Boy.
Yeah, like looking at the stats, actually, there's a lot of really proud efforts. Kevin Dixon, Kevin Dixon used to be was an outside back for a good portion of his career. He shifted to the second round with under Sunny Tyre's tutelage, and he's lit up the SRL. A really fitting end after an awesome Origin series. 291 meters is insane. 17 tackles to boot. Only 1 missed with 5 line breaks is unheard of. He had also had a try assist, believe it or not. Sunny Tyre, 2 tries. Oh, sorry, no, that's errors. That's my bad, Sunny. Jack Carl with 118. And Snicko with 88 off 38 minutes is actually really good too. Just a lot of good efforts. But, just not quite good enough in the end. There's still a lot to be proud of.
And if we come across to the Samoans, I'll get Lachlan, if you could run us through your trained eye here.
Yeah, look, obviously Tyler Amatangi, I think he was the best player in the park tonight. His kicking was pretty good considering I said it's not a strong suit. His running game was exceptional. He scored a really strong try. It wasn't length, but about 60-meter try. He ran the length. I think it was absolutely incredible. Just the monkey had a good impact. 2 free line breaks, 159 meters. Definitely up there. Eli Barnes, obviously strong as always. Then Moana scored a really good try out wide. Also was involved in everything, and I think Lucas Dews can't be forgot either how good he was from the centres, and Jai Collins just always at them the entire game too.
John Boy, anyone you want to really give a good clap on the back to there?
209 run meters from a half is insane. He had, 5 less than Eli Barnes at fullback? That's unheard of.
I thought we should also have a look at Sabatua, 21 minutes, 100 meters. That is 5 line breaks, try assist. I think that might be just about, I've watched 10 seasons, that might be just about the best 20 minutes I can remember from a player.
He must have broken like 4 or 5 tackles just straight away. He was awesome, Sabbath. Just the consummate professional he is. Equipped with it, I want to give a special shout out to. He was playing centre for the Storm, and that's not a knock on the Storm. They have fantastic halves, but him and Dane Blaine were fantastic when they played half for us. There's like not even just the Pacific Championship, the World Cup, but the Championship, the Shield. They've just been awesome. Rahul Kaval did a job. It's hard to go by past 152 kicking meters and 290 running meters from Tyler Amatangi. 350 meters all purposes, phenomenal.
And I think that is probably going to be everything for us tonight. So, just to recap, Samoa, they have won the SRL. I'll get a couple of final words from you boys before we go, and we'll start with the winning captain tonight, John Boy. Final words for the last match of the first half.
I guess I think I talked enough about that. To be honest, I think I just want to say it's been a privilege to be part of the SRL through its first stage, and I'm looking forward to what it brings in that second. It's been awesome to finally commentate with you, Anak. That's been good fun, and I'm really excited to see where we go next.
And of course, we'll finish up with Lachlan Martin, a fitting end to season 1 of the SRL.
Yeah, it definitely was a fitting end to 1.0. Samoa taking out the victory. Australia, they were sloppy tonight, but I think they'll be proud of the fact that they've graced the field one last time in the SRL on Rugby League 4.
Okay, play us out, Pretzel.
Another thing I'm discovering late.